Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. In this video, we're going to take a look at Star Wars breaking news. A little face from the past. He would like to make a return. Someone who is very, very popular. Going through somewhat of a purple patch, one may say. You may have told from the opening montage that we are, of course, talking about the purple lightsaber wielding Mace Windu, last seen leaving a window. So, will he return? There's a very good possibility. Let me take you down into my corner and we'll have a look at this breaking news. Yep, so here we are. This is from Screen Rant. It's literally about an hour ago. It was published about an hour ago. It says 32 minutes, but by the time I got to it and set up my video to do this, it's about an hour ago, as I'm reporting. So, Jackson confirms he's asked Star Wars director about Mace Windu's return. Samuel L. Jackson reveals he's asked the Mandalorian and Boba Fett director Bryce Dallas Howard about returning to Star Wars universe as Mace Windu. I would love to see this. I think every fan would love to see this. Whilst, of course, the original prequels, they weren't as good as the original series, as the original trilogy. They weren't. But when you consider what we got subsequently in the sequels, oh, how we missed the prequels. But of that, one of the standouts was, of course, Mace Windu. Jackson is just so cool. I mean, he's Mr. Cool. He's about the coolest man on the planet. But as Mace Windu, he was ice cold, man. He was that cool. And he came to a bit of a sticky end. Although, if they can bring Darth Maul back after falling an immense distance down a hole in the ground after being split in two, I think it's fairly safe to say that Mace can come back, probably with an artificial hand. Worked for Vader, worked for Luke. So yeah, there's no reason why he physically can't come back. It's within canon that you can fall deep distances as a Jedi / Sith and survive. But we'll go through and it's a short piece, so it won't take long. But it's just to go through and highlight what's going on. So Samuel L. Jackson confirms he's asked Star Wars director to advocate for his return as Mace Windu. The Jedi was last seen in Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, just moments away from killing Emperor Palpatine, when Anakin Skywalker cut off his hand and Palpatine defenestrated him, an act that completed Anakin's turn to the dark side. Mace was thus considered dead. Well, not by people who knew Star Wars, he wasn't. But without visual proof of termination, viewers have long since wondered if the Jedi survived. We all hoped he did. Because as I say, there is precedent for this. Given Star Wars' continuing history of reviving characters previously presumed dead, this idea could be a very real possibility. For example, viewers saw Darth Maul get sliced in half, I've just mentioned this, by Obi-Wan Kenobi in Star Wars Episode 1, only for the character to make a return in the animated Star Wars clone series, and also, of course, back in Solo, which would have been set after Star Wars Episode 1, but there we are. That's there. Another more controversial example of this is Palpatine's return in Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. The fallen Emperor was brought back by the use of cloning technology that even drew out a lineage connected to protagonist Rey, Daisy Ridley, and I deny that reality. In case you're in any doubt of my views on this subject. This has inspired Jackson to become even more vocal about his desired return as Mace Windu, to the point where he's even asked Star Wars director Bryce Dallas Howard about it. Jackson reveals this on Josh Horowitz's Happy, Sad, Confused podcast, in which the host asks where Mace is. The actor, who's recently filmed with Howard, mentions that he asked her if he could hook a brother up and get Mace back to the Star Wars universe. Howard, who directed 2 episodes of The Mandalorian and The Book of Boba Fett Episode 5, agreed with Jackson that he's amazing and gave the actor some hope that Mace may get his chance to be revived soon. See the full quote from Jackson below. And that's just basically saying what we've summarised. In recent Star Wars storytelling, Mace's return wouldn't be completely out of the cards. Tamura Morrison, who recently brought back the infamous Boba Fett with his performances in both The Mandalorian and The Book of Boba Fett, has discussed his desire to seek revenge on Mace Windu for the death of Jango Fett. Morrison is especially sensitive to this event, as he also portrayed the bounty hunter who was beheaded by the Jedi in Star Wars Episode 2: Attack of the Clones. If Lucasfilm decides they want to go ahead with another season of The Book of Boba Fett, they won't. It bombed. The return of Mace could be an interesting storyline for them to pursue. You don't need to have another Book of Boba Fett series for Boba Fett to return, of course. He already is canon within the Mandalorian series, and there's no reason for Mace not to pop up against the Mandalorian or with the Mandalorian. In fact, given the evidence of Grogu and the presence of Grogu, I think with the Mandalorian, and maybe taking Grogu along with Luke for more training, something like that. Who knows? There are, however, many other ways Mace Windu could fit into the current Star Wars storytelling universe. With all the connections currently being made between the entities, he could just enter just about anywhere. Yes, he could. I actually think it would be exciting. I think it would be a bold move. I think it would be a brilliant move. I think having Samuel Jackson in any Star Wars franchise, any part of the franchise, would be a very positive move. I think Favreau needs to seriously consider it and then stop considering it and sign him up and get the damn thing on film and let us watch Mace Windu. Anyway, I shall come up and we shall end it there. So yeah, I mean, nothing's definite. It's all sort of smoke and mirrors. It's the whisper mill, the rumour mill. But I can believe fully that he would love to do it again. It was such a great role for him. I mean, it's not the sort of news that's going to be released until it happens, I suppose. So what this is just speculation. But what a speculation! I mean, I'm happy to. I'm happy to believe it's possible. I'll be even happier if it happened. Can you imagine Series 3 of The Mandalorian and who turns up halfway through but Samuel L. Jackson? I mean, that would be the icing on the cake for that. It would cement The Mandalorian as prime real estate in the entire Disney Star Wars empire. More so than Luke Skywalker, if I'm totally honest. They've damaged Luke, but they've not damaged Samuel L. Jackson. They haven't damaged Mace Windu, because Mace Windu had the good, the good taste to die in the first trilogy, so they haven't had a chance to destroy him yet. Oh, it'd be cracking, wouldn't it? Anyway, if you like what you hear and see on this channel, please hit the subscribe button below if you haven't already. Ring the bell for notifications of future content. Leave a like and definitely leave a comment. Let me know what your view is on whether Samuel L. Jackson should come back or not. But until next time, stay safe, stay well, and goodbye.